Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Wednesday the 6th of October 2021. So those of you up the Caribbean, those of you on Facebook, YouTube, Locked On Synergy, right here in Trinidad and Tobago live, I do want to say a special good night to those of you who are locked on live. And remember, it's one thing I always say is share our live stream on Facebook, on YouTube. Call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live. Now, viewers, it's Public Concerns Night tonight. So we're going to be dealing with the roads, the bridges, and the drainage in your community. So call your friends and your family and let them know it's Public Concerns Night tonight. So viewers, just a few updates. Just a few updates for you before we go into our public concerns. 6 new Delta variant cases have been detected in Trinidad and Tobago, including the first reported case in Tobago. This brings the number of detected Delta case to 32. So we have 32 positive individuals tested for Delta. And Tobago has their first case confirmed. So it's spreading. It is spreading. I wonder if they are still coming in into Trinidad and Tobago through the airport with just a PCR testing. When I was telling the ministers and I was telling the CMOs, I'll change the system, change the system. From the time 1 come in, 2 come in, 3 come in, 4 come in, 5 come in, change the system. Let the vaccinated people come in alone. No, the CMO said nothing wrong with the system. Nothing wrong with the system. Let them come in. Now the case is going up. Now they're going to say it's community spread. Now they're going to want to lock down back after we just opened back recently. Why? Because the Delta is a more transmittable virus than the normal strain of COVID-19. When you're holding a certain position and you find you know it all and you doesn't want to take advice, it's a sad thing, Trinidad. It's a very, very sad thing. It's a sad thing. Commuters using maxi taxi on the priority bus route will now pay more from Monday, October 11, as the Route 2 Maxi Taxi Association has confirmed a fare hike. President of the association, Linus Phillip, confirmed the price hike. So viewers, Route 2 Maxi Taxi Association, they will be raising their price come October 11th. And a good few other areas in Trinidad have also confirmed price increase. Why? Because I hear gasoline going up. We hearing it? We know. I believe it's from $3.95 to $4.95. I believe somewhere around there. A whole dollar going up. So if gasoline goes up, eventually transportation will raise. It will raise. It's a serious thing. All I feel is joke. Remember I was telling earlier, all will hold all head and ball. Well, today we send a message to Rajiv Dipti, the president of the Supermarket Association, but apparently he's in a meeting tonight, you understand? And he would not be able to go live with us tonight. But nevertheless, we'll get him on another night. But I hear some of these zero-rated grocery items that the Minister of Finance announced in the budget that they will be going zero-rated is already zero-rated. It is already zero-rated. So imagine if pigtail was zero-rated last year in 2020, prior to the previous budget, and you come now and you say pigtail will be zero-rated, but that's already zero-rated since last year. Since last year. So let me tell you something. What zero-rated? Did you take product or produce or market stuff from the last budget which you said will be 0 rated, and you bring it back this year? Wow! Hey, all I will hold all the head and ball. Take what I telling all you. All I feel is joke. Hey, them boy good, you know. You go 0 rate biscuit, and biscuit already 0 rated. Wow. Lack of communication. Lack of communication. That's what I say. You see, when you're in power and you feel that you're too big and you can't listen to nobody, your head just swell like a balloon. You just want to hear about nothing again. Why? Because I know it all. I know it all. It's a sad thing. You want to tell me, you're the finance minister, you couldn't have somebody from your office contact the supermarket association president and ask him for a list of products that are 0 rated in the grocery, and I am definitely sure he would have sent you the list prior to you going on in Parliament, in the House, and reading your budget, and then you go come and say 0 rated item in groceries, and you call out a whole list from here to Tobago. And when you do check, everything on that list is already 0 rated. So what you do? Lack of communication, you too big. Call a good night.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Saieed. I wanted to find out something, right? I the owner of a mini mart. Since last year I paid extra money for sugar, flour, and oil and thing. I want to know what's going on here. I see these things are 0 rated now. And since the last year I paid extra money. So what we could do, we could sue the government or something for that then. Because I have almost people are paying extra money for flour, oil, rice, and sugar.
But I tell you, it's sad, it's sad. It's a sad thing. You see, you're too big.
Yes, right. Enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. You're too big. Here it is. Finance Minister Colin Mudd have stated that the government will provide a 300 million agriculture stimulus package designed to support the country's food production sector in fiscal 2022. Mudd stated that the Ministry of Agriculture have designed a series of agriculture projects and programs to assist the stimulus package and said several of these projects are ready to commence. Additionally, Mudd said the government will undertake improvement project to access road beginning in 2020, which will provide relief for over 400 farmers at a cost of $75 million. The government also intends to continue with its food hamper program, which provides local grown produce to vulnerable families combined with social support programs. In July 5, 2021, the Agriculture Ministry said over 50,000 food boxes have been donated to the vulnerable families via constituencies MP. So viewers, it is public concerns night tonight, Wednesday. You know we highlight the road, the bridges, and the drainage in your community. Feel free to call in. Let us know what the road is. Let us know what the box train needs fixing. Let us know what your bridges need updating. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to start our Wednesday night session right here on Synergy Television, where you're getting Real Talk with Saieed Ali live from Monday to Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. So viewers, we'll be right back after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
So viewers, welcome back to Real Talk. President of the Trinidad Unified Farmers Association, Sharaz Khan, also stated that he was not sure whether the 500 million went, where the 500 million went from last year's stimulus package, since no development works was done in the sector to show that the money benefited the farmers. So viewers, we took the opportunity to contact Mr. Clarence Rambarat, the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, one thing I must always say is that he never blanked me a call. Once he could go live with us, he was aside, yes, we could do the interview. If not, put it for another date side and you will get me. And you know, I want to say something, he always makes time for us. So that is one thing I want to say about Clarence, the Minister of Agriculture. He always makes time for us. Mr. Minister, good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed, and good night to all viewers and listeners.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, I have about 3 or 4 questions for you, and I do hope that you could answer them for us and for Trinidad and Tobago also. What are your thoughts generally on the budget allocated made to the Agriculture Ministry?
Well, every year I say the same thing. It is not how much money we get, but how well we spend it. So we got just over 1.2 billion. 700 million, 709 is in the current expenditure, that is salaries, allowances to the employees of the ministry. That's the bulk of it, and some of that is for goods and services like utilities, telephone bills, and so on. Other allocation is 100 million is in projects. Our projects are 68 million under the consolidated fund and 2 million under the IDF fund. And that is 3. The state enterprises under the ministry has been allocated money, not only in our allocation, but also under the Ministry of Finance. So we have access to another close to 200 million, including a 50 million allocation to the Agricultural Development Bank. And the 4th is 300 million under the stimulus.
Now, Mr. Minister, can you give us a brief idea on how your ministries plan to spend the $300 million for agriculture in 2022?
Right. Let me just explain, because no matter how much I say this, people...
Yes, true.
Yeah, they start saying, most people understand, it's just that, let me tell you where the money not going. Money not going in the hands of people who are not going to be developing agriculture. So I listened to some people and they actually thought that we were going to just write checks and hand it out to farmers. That's not how we're going to do it. So I'll tell you, the 500 million I said last year is going to be spent over a few years because projects take more than a year.
Yes.
So in the last fiscal year, the major expenditure out of the 500 million was in the food boxes program. People criticize it. Most people like it. But we delivered the program 4 times and gave you updates on the food boxes program.
Yes.
And if you remember, Saeed, I told you I was confident that by the end of September, we would more than cover the 125,000 families.
Yes,
I told you. I expected us to get to 175 and most likely 185. At the end of September, we delivered packages to 185,000 families.
Yes.
136,000 were done through the 41 members of parliament, and 49,000 went through the local government councillors. We spent about $62.5 million. About 50 of that went directly to the farmers, some to the local poultry processors, and then to the employees in the program, transport, security, people who supply the bags, and so on. So that 62.5 was approved by the parliament to come out of the 500 million. We also have the 100,000 grant program. We've we've committed about 10 million out of that. You see me on social media every so often distributing the checks to the farmers who are receiving it. And that accounts for about 10 million. In the case of subsidies and incentives and so on, we did not need to access the 500 million simply because based on claims which were made to the ministry and processed by the end of the last financial year, we were able to pay out to farmers $15.2 million.
Yes.
So we didn't access the 500 million to do that. We do that out of the current funds that we had. And other projects that we were developing, we were able to do the preliminary work out of the PSIP and other allocations that we had. Now, going into the next fiscal year, we have the bulk of the 500 million.
Okay.
Just over 400 has not been touched.
Okay, so that will be the 400 previous plus this 300 that you all allocated.
No. We have about 400 still in the 500 million. Out of that 400, I have asked the minister to allocate 300 for this fiscal year.
Okay.
Simply because that is what I estimate we will spend this year. And I'll tell you how we're going to spend that 300 million. We have a very strong agriculture access road repair program.
Yes.
Of between $75 and $80 million. That is the specification. The roads have been selected, specifications have been prepared, and we will go out and identify contractors before the end of 2021. So at the start of the dry season, we could execute those works. So that is $80 million.
Okay.
In the budget, I said last year that I wanted to spend 11 million in Plumita, which includes replacing all the pumps, the 35-year-old pumps that we have up there.
Yes.
Right, and we have some road repair work to do in Plumita. That is $11 million.
Okay.
Out of the food box program, we have to now do some permanent works in Namdelco, in Packing House, in Woodford Lodge in Chaguanas. We're going to spend $20 million there. We're going to upgrade the one in Piaco.
All right.
And we have some other things we're going to do with Namdelco. We have in the digitization and digitalization program, which is part of digital transformation, with respect to the land project, making it completely computerized, electronic, and easier to manage for the persons who are users of state land. We have a $18.5 million project that is multi-year, meaning it goes for a few years. We are going to access the 300 million for that. The work that was done from 2015 to now on that had been paid off by previous budgetary allocations. And that is how we're moving to use that 300 million in this fiscal year, leaving us with hopefully the opportunity to access another 100 million in the next fiscal year. If we move, if the weather favors us, if the COVID favors us, we might accelerate some more because we have other commitments that we made that we'd like to execute next year, in this fiscal year, sorry.
Now, does the government intend to continue the food basket program, and for
Absolutely.
how long will this program run for?
It continues in the way it has been continuing via the members of parliament to the end of December.
Okay.
And by that time, we will finish our work with Ministry of Social Development and Family Services. And from January, we expect to be delivering boxes to named persons on a list provided by Ministry of Social Development and Family Services based on their social surveys and based on their determination that the families are in need. We could not do it. As I said many times, the most effective way to do it between that May-September period was via the members of parliament, because some people became persons in need because they were laid off from their jobs.
Yes.
They were not able to work and that sort of thing. And hopefully some of them would have returned to work in a better position now. So we need to work with a list that is sanitized and reliable. And we'll continue at that same number, 25,000 boxes a month.
But do you have an average cost of how much it would cost, Mr. Minister?
That program costs about, depending on the price of produce, so we average that it costs about $11 million a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, just one...
Sounds like a lot. It reaches 25,000 families.
Yes.
So that the average cost, and the average cost is based on the cost of the produce, the packaging, the transport, the packing, all the costs involved in doing it. And it works out about just under $502 for a 70-pound bag, plus 2 chickens, and we've also been doing eggs.
Okay, so you all add eggs to the bag also?
Yes, we've been in the, not for the entire 5 months, but at a certain point, we are able to do local eggs so that the families have the option, like particularly for breakfast. And we also were able to do that in support of Trinidad and Tobago is self-sufficient in eggs, table eggs. And it was a way to help our table egg farmers and also improve the what goes on the plate of the families, particularly children, so that children like egg, and to give them that as an addition to, and not only for breakfast. This morning I had some curry egg and aloo.
That does taste good. That does taste good.
You sound like you're ready for some, boy.
No, that does taste good. I'm eating that. My sons them love that too bad.
Yeah, well, it's a nice way of getting the children to consume protein, right? Because a lot of children also like curry. So now, I had some.
One more question, Mr. Minister. Now, you said you all intend to spend a lump sum of money in the Plummeter area with access road and the water pumps. Now, are you looking at any other areas in Trinidad and Tobago where you all will be developing for farmers to access the 2 acres agricultural land that were given to them?
No, well, the access roads, I mean, in developing those access roads under the Carnegie program, in developing that program, access roads were built. And when we did the surveys last year, I came on your program, and I said out of the floods already, the leases distributed, only 14 to 16% are actually in agriculture. So they had roads from the beginning. Those projects were developed with roads. I mean, they're not all perfect because if they're not planting and using and all that, you have bush growing up on the side, sometimes bush on the road. But there are access roads in the country that have not been repaired for decades, like up in northeast Trinidad. In other parts of the country, there are roads where we have farming, and the farmers now need the opportunity to do a little better with the improved access, and that is where I'm focusing on, and that is where the 80 million, 75 to 80 will be spent. We have to spread it around, and those roads which are long neglected, we have to spend some money before we lose them permanently.
Now, Mr. Minister, I do want to thank you for joining us. I know you're a busy man. You have things going on presently where you are. So I just want to thank you for joining us tonight and sharing a little light on how the $300 million will be spent in agriculture for 2021 and 2022.
And Saeed, thanks a lot for giving a voice to the voiceless and giving me an opportunity to speak to the nation. Have a good night.
You too, my friend. So viewers, that was the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Clarence Ramarat, explaining to us where the $300 million that were allocated to agriculture for 2021-2022 budget will be going and how it will be spent. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to start our public concerns night right after this break.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We're going to start our public concerns night tonight. Taxi drivers working the Curup and Environs route are threatening to increase fares unless the roads are repaired. President of the Curup Short Taxi Drivers Association, Kevin Francis, stated that traversing the route has become unbearable because of the increased number of potholes. Francis said, fares may go up from $5 to $6 before the end of the year unless road repairs take place. He said, because of the deplorable road condition, drivers may have to cough up extra as much as $800 a month to do repairs on their vehicle's suspension. Francis said the association has applied to the relevant authority, but cries have fallen on deaf ears. Taxi driver Dexter Mohammed said the drivers attempted to repair some of the potholes but discard materials. However, the repair lasted for a short time. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
I just want to make it short and sweet. I want to know if Mr. Clarence Rambarat know that Arangwes is no longer a garden area and it's a residential. We're getting a lot of floods. It have bad roads in the whole of Arangwes, not just the garden side. And what it is he going to spend on us and not just down there and there. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for raising it. Residents of Grand Couva are fearful that there may no longer be a road for them to pass in the near future, as their only access in and out has almost diminished due to previous rainfalls. Persons have reached out to countless times to the MPs of the area and all around, but still nothing has been done. Last year, Tabakit MP Anita Haynes paid a visit and promised that work would begin soon. However, nothing is being done and the landslide keep getting worse as the days go by. So that is the landslide, viewers, that you are viewing on television presently. It is in Grand Couva. The residents are fearful that their only access in and out may no longer be an access very soon if the weather continues. So, I would really like somebody to pay attention to that. The PNM MP for that area, could you go down and see what is taking place in the area? I mean, oh gosh, here's a minister. You could go talk to Rohan. Rohan, drop a little money in the union, in the corporation, buy up some material and just fix the road for the people. Not because it's a UNC area. Oh gosh, shall I do something for the people? Because at the end of the day, the MP does carry the name. The MP does carry the name. Now, moving along. After having no water for over 2 weeks, residents of Pina stated that they only receive water for a period of 4 hours. However, the pressure was so low, persons were unable to get a drop and had to resort to buying water. This took place in Susuland, Rock Road in Penal. Kola, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, I hear him as agriculture talk to this, all right? But what happened with the cane farmers' money, boy? You want to pay the cane farmer 53% and they want to hold nearly half of the cane farmer money. Why did they pay off the cane farmer the money, boy? They're holding back the cane farmer money. And the next thing like this, certain people exempted from tax and certain people have to pay tax. You understand? So why that should happen? Everybody is human being. I doubt the person who exempted from tax is a different human being from the one, the individual.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand? Everybody is supposed to pay tax bills. Certain people working for bigger money and the poor man had to pay the same thing.
I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to get some information concerning the EU's payment to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm getting some facts on it, but it's just 1 or 2 little details I need to get properly before I answer why the government is not paying the cane farmers their money. I am following it up. We did receive the money from the EU 6 years back when the PNM administration took office. The Prime Minister said yes, they have received the money, but we're going down to the source on why they did not pay the money. But have a little patience, I put them 2 and 2 together to make 4. We can bring it out just now. Moving along, viewers, the Felicity Food Crop Farmers Association is calling on the relevant authority to repair a collapsing bridge along the Felicity Waterloo Connector Road in Shogunas. Association President Dibadin Manik stated that erosion around the southern end of the bridge had worsened in the last few months because of extensive rainfall. So as you can see it on screen, Manik said the bridge connected scores of farmers from Waterloo, Felicity and Couva and is critical to the production and transportation of crops. Straight up back there, another farmer said they have been leading or pleading with the authorities for some time, but their cries are falling on deaf ears. So this is the Shogunas area, this is Felicity, this is not too far from me. So I want somebody to look into that. Look into it. Otherwise. I'm from Shogunas, you know. So whoever is responsible for that piece of road, that bridges, Shogunas Mayor Faik Mohammed said he plans to visit the area with a technical team to see for himself and to see if the borough can render assistance. However, he claimed the road is responsible and is the Ministry of Works and Transport that is responsible for the piece of road. Straight back. So you got to tell me, the Works and Transport Ministry throughout Trinidad and Tobago, all they damn well know that roads need fixing throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Rohan finding money to do all sorts of projects, but you can't find money to give to the corporation. You can't find money so that the Works and Transport Division, who is responsible for works, road patching, can't patch up the road throughout Trinidad and Tobago? Hold on. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said the road was not a main road but an agriculture connector road which falls under the remit of the Borough Corporation and not his ministry. So Faik saying it belongs to the Works and Transport Ministry, and the Works and Transport Ministry saying it belongs to the Borough Corporation. Put that without condition. Who really is the owner of the damn road, and who really have to fix the road? Is it the corporation or is it Works and Transport? Could some clarity come to that? Because you see the throwing words back and forth, it ain't going nowhere, and the farmers losing their road. The farmers losing their road. This is right in Felicity in Shogunas. I from Shogunas. Somebody do something. Somebody do something. Is the Ministry of Works responsible, or is it the corporation responsible? Rohan Sinanan saying it falls under the Borough of Agriculture. Faik saying it's Works and Transport road. Who owns the road? Who is the owner of the road? Is it the corporation or the Ministry of Works? Pull all your map and find out. Because I'm going to be making a lot of noise and embarrassing a lot of people. Come on. A lot of people on our show. Take what I'm telling all you. 2 days after a dilapidated bridge was condemned, several drivers are asking, and several drivers are risking their lives by using it. Tabakit MP Anita Haynes said barriers and caution tape were installed by the Kuva Tabakit Talparo Regional Corporation, blocking off the bridge. At Lightbourne Road, Bonaventure in Gasparillo on Monday. So they block off the bridge. You see, viewers? Look at that. Anita, look at that bridge now. Look at that bridge. Now, the bridge wouldn't go bad in 6 years' time. We understand that. We understand that. But at the same time, Ministry of Works and Transport have a department to see about bridges. To see about bridges throughout the country. So you want to tell me, after donkey years, the bridge started to collapse. Where is that team? Is that team still functionable in Trinidad and Tobago in the Works and Transport Ministry? Because there is a part of the ministry that deals with the bridges. So where is the bridges department? If you all don't know where the bridge is, I'll show you earlier where the bridge is. Have no fear. Have no fear. Call a good night.
Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my dear. Live on Real Talk.
I want to ask you a question. The government has allocated a certain money for a lot of things. We, these supervisors and invigilators and things for CXC, have been going out there. Now they say they pay some of the workers. And now some of them have to wait till next year to get salary. Could we do anything legally for that? Like,
okay, what department do you don't have to say your name, but what department do you belong to?
No, we are the CXC workers for CXC every year to invigilate and supervise the exams.
Oh, CSEC?
Yes.
Yes. So you are the supervisor, you are one of the supervisors who they chose to
not pay.
Supervise the exam.
Yes.
So what you are saying is some of you all are getting paid and some of you all are not getting paid?
That is what happening. Some get paid, and now they're saying because of the financial year, we have to wait till next year to get money. Why is that?
Huh? They said that?
Yes.
Wow.
Those who get paid before the financial year is okay, but those who have not received their money will have to wait till next year.
Whoa.
And I want to know why.
I understand what you're saying. But we will try to find out some information about it, and once I get the information, I will air it. Thank you so much for raising your concern, my dear. Moruga farmers have renewed their call to the Ministry of Works at the Princestown Regional Corporation to fix a major bridge at Edward Trace which collapsed weeks ago. Farmers mentioned that it has been frustrating to bring out their crops since the bridge collapsed into the Halket River, and the bridge that currently used is also dangerous and could fall at any time. There's the bridge, straight up. Look at that. So vehicles had to pass on that bridge? Wow. Regional Corporation. That is all area. Get some plank. Don't waste time. Farmers spend money in crops to feed all yourself. Because Moruga farmers is go down where? Pinal, let's go Barapo, let's go Princestown market. So it's all yourself have to go and buy produce from the farmers and them in the market. Oh God, you go tell me all you can't fix that? Huh? All you can't fix that? Come now, man. Let me tell you something. The chairman of the corporation, find your tail in the ministry department and find out why they're not getting money. Don't just say the ministry are releasing no money. It's all they're carrying the bad name. It's those in charge of the corporation carrying the bad name. So if all I get up from the chair, they're whining on in the corporation, and they'll go up to the ministry and find out why you're not getting money, things will change. Don't just say the ministry are releasing money. Find out why the ministry not releasing money. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more in store.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, you know I always encourage you. To make a Real Talk investment. The way things going in Trinidad, you need to plan for tomorrow. So instead of you having your money in a financial institute and you're getting 0.05%, which is almost nothing, why not make a Real Talk investment and get a return percentage rate of 2.5%? It sounds encouraging. But the more you leave your money in that financial institute, is the harder things getting and is the more money you would need. Now viewers, staying on the Moruga farmers, listen this. The bridge is located in Moruga. It is located in Edward Trace. Hear this, Works Minister Rohan Sinan said the bridge did not fall under the purview of his ministry, but was under the jurisdiction of the Princestown Regional Corporation. You hear that? Who governs the corporations throughout Trinidad and Tobago? This is what we want to know now. If Rohan say that falls under the corporation, the regional corporation, who governs the corporation throughout Trinidad and Tobago? That's one question to them. But the chairman of the Princestown Regional Corporation, Gauri Rupnarayan, said the bridge was situated on an oil field road that fell under the purview of Heritage Petroleum. The estimate of repair is approximately $280,000. Rupnarayan said they hope that the ministry could provide a Bailey Bridge for the farmers so they can continue to access their field. Who governs all the corporation throughout Trinidad and Tobago? Which ministry? This is what we want to know now. If Rohan Department is not responsible, which ministry governs regional corporations throughout Trinidad and Tobago? This is what I would like to find out. Deplorable roads. The road in Dawel Garden Extension, Arima, has been in a deplorable state for some time. It has been years since the villagers have been begging the government to fix the road. They are now pleading for some assistance. Look at that. That is a roadway. Wow. What is that? A track? That's a side track? Wait, there's lamppost to the side? It have lampposts? Wow, don't make joke. Well, Lord have mercy. Hey, what a shame, you know. What a disgrace, you know, boy. Kola, good night.
Hi, President. Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Allowing me to speak. Well, I'm speaking on behalf of my daughter because she's a little shy. Now, it doesn't have anything really to do with the roads, but I feel this is something that you may, that you could highlight for at least the young people. Now, a lot of the young people can't get jobs. So what they do is try to get worldwide virtual jobs online. And every time they do sign up, when it's time for them to put in their bank information and all the necessaries, it's difficult because they are blocking them because the algorithm, so they can't access it from in Trinidad. Now, child, if a youth is a YouTuber or a content creator, etc., and they are making their funds from YouTube, they have to get a family member from outside to sign them up, right? And they have to get a bank account from outside using a family member's account in order for them to get their money. And when it's time for them to get the money and it is wired to Trinidad, they're getting problems to get their funds, right? Also, with regards to Instagram, that's another thing. They are restricted with certain features in order to generate their revenues. They are bad because of the area that they live in, because of the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. So it's that you're trying to help yourself. You can't get a job in your country. They want to hire you outside, but because of certain laws, the restrictions, you are restricted, even from accessing your funds, etc. When your funds reach, it's another set of problem. So maybe they have a Ministry of Digital, whatever they say that they have. I'm hoping that they can put something in place, because when Nicki Minaj spoke about the Instagram, people did not understand what he's saying. There are some people that use Instagram to live, to survive, to make their money, right? But because of the area that you live in, you are restricted again. You're restricted also from monetizing on YouTube. You're restricting from most social media sites. It's very, very frustrating. So I really hope you can address this. Thank you so much, Saeed.
Thank you, my dear. Well, we hope with the new digitalization plan that the government have in place, let's hope things will change. Ferlin Street in Chaguanas have been in a bad condition for over 5 years. Persons have made several complaints to the Chaguanas mayor and the corporation, but cries have fell on deaf ears. Look at that. Ferlin Street in Chaguanas. You know, sometimes I wonder, all these money that have been that the government have been spending on building roads, to know you want to carry us into the 21st century. You want to carry us in our first world kind of status. We have pitch right here in Trinidad. We have pitch lake right here. Why not use the government or the corporation's trucks? Send down an excavator or a backhoe down by the pitch lake and dig for the pitch. And pass in every area and fix it. How hard it is. It's not like we have to buy pitch from outside, you know. Look at the condition of them roads now. Look at that. It's sad, boy. It's a stinking state. It is a stinking state. Call a good night.
Yes, Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, I hear talking to the Minister of Agriculture, the man making no sense.
Well, you know, them have their, I still like to get in touch with them to find out what are their plans on what they are going to do with the 300 million, you understand?
Yeah. Now, hear what I'm saying, Saeed. You're talking to this man. It's not his first year or the first term here. He's in his second year. We are the first year, the second term on the side. It's 6 years you're talking about now.
Yes.
And them are doing nothing for agriculture. This boy is a total waste for agriculture on the side. I a farmer, I am my farmer's badge. I have nothing to get from this budget here. Because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, there is always for agriculture in the back burner. But they had people in closed door meeting where they just go and give them VAT offer this and VAT offer and duty offer this and minister lights to bring in all these vegetables and all these where we could produce here locally. But they just don't want to do it because they had people over here and over there to make the money side. Now hear this, Hear this, side. You're coming here to me now. You're taking off all VAT from canned food and this and that. What you tell me if canned food more healthy than eating fresh vegetables and fresh food? Yeah,
no,
now you're coming.
You know what we had decided to call us? The farmers need to come together and look for an export market.
An export, but they go fight it on the same way, side. They go fight it on the same way.
I have something in plan.
Yeah, but here it is, we on the same verge now of talking about healthy and unhealthy eating, right? Now, they were here to buy more canned food, which is not healthy for you. But on the other hand, they were here to take a vaccine to save your life. that making sense, then? Now, here it is, I was listening to Rohan Sinanan talking on another program, and he come out and saying that the ministry is responsible for 21% of the roads in Trinidad and Tobago, right? I want Rohan Sinanan, if he could, make a list of all the roads that the Ministry of Works and Transport responsible for. And I want everybody to take a drive to all them roads and tell me if he would say as the Minister of Works and Transport. Because I am pretty sure that all the roads that he's supposed to fix ain't fixed.
I will try to get that, my friend.
Side, I'll send you 2 videos, one on my street and one on Abbott Road. And now the mayor Shogunas is the council for the area. I want you to keep that in mind.
Okay.
On Abbott Road. Avinar Singh living in Abbott Road, right? He make a box train from half of the road, go down to Felicity and pave the road for he to pass. And the rest of people in Abbott Road had a stop soul. This is the condition of Abbott Road. Now I'm going to show you the video. I want you to watch that video.
Send it from me, we go, hey, don't worry.
Navin have it.
Alright.
At Abbott Road, the man leave all the whole thing. And they build box train down the road and they pave the road on that side.
Thank you, my friend. Well, we're going to see if we could load up the video there now. We can load it up? We're going to try it. So here it is. While the United National Congress controls the Para-Regional Corporation, Councillor is welcoming borough status. They say it must not be cosmetic. They are calling on the Rowley-led government to put the brakes on this. Let me read that again. While the United National Congress controlled the Sipara Regional Corporation, Councillor is welcoming borough status. They say it must not be cosmetic. They are calling on the Rowley-led government to pull the brakes on this, conduct consultation and provide funding for them to address serious concerns in the regional or in the region in concluding flooding, poor infrastructure and deplorable roads. So the councillor is calling on the PNM-led administration to intervene and provide them with consultation, including funding, including They want to see about the flood, they want to see about the poor infrastructure, and they want to see about the deplorable roads. Faizabad Councillor Dudnat Mehu also complained that the government now wants to further cut their allocation. So if you're getting $1 million for 1 year, they want to cut that. Siparia is a big area. Siparia is a big area. It's sad, boy. It's sad. It's really, really sad. I'm going to tell you something. We have the pitch click right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Right here in Trinidad, we have the pitch leak. Why it is the Ministry of Works and Transport cannot take some of the corporation trucks, send an excavator, send a team down to the pitch lake, dig up some pitch, drop it in corporations throughout Trinidad, and patch the road. How hard it is. We don't have to spend $10 billion in bringing pitch from another country to fix the road right here in Trinidad. We don't have to do that. A simple thing, simple. Corporation have trucks, send down the trucks, send down an excavator, dig the pitch, full it on the truck, carry it to the constituencies and distribute it, patch up the road. How hard that is. But you see, as long as you hear you hold on to power, you feel it's the best thing. That's what that is always say. Anytime you hear power get to your head come off your shoulder. It swell like a balloon. That is why I have dedicated our Wednesday night in Trinidad and Tobago on every Wednesday, in every month, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we highlighting this. So we said, so look at this, viewers, as the caller just said. Which road this is? Abbott Road in Felicity. Abbott Road in Felicity. Look at the condition. That is half of the road. So they pave half of the road and leave the next half? Jeez. Well, look at that. Wow. Wait now, there's a hole where they patch up? They patch the road and in the patch it have a hole? Well, look at that. Wow. We could go and bathe in them pond? That look like pothole grandfather? That's Abbott Road in Felicity. That's the road the caller just spoke about. Well, look at that. That busting shocks. Wait now. And he's a Fike is the councillor? Fike, I cannot believe that is your area and that is how the condition of the road? Nah, man. Nah. Shame and disgrace. I cannot believe you is the councillor for the area and that is the condition of your road. And everybody rating you up in Shogunas. He good, he's a good fella. You're probably well-mannered. Nothing wrong with being well-mannered. But if you're running the corporation and you're living in that area, oh gosh, fix the road now, man. That reflecting on you as a bad councillor. And then being the mayor for Shogunas is our next thing. You're bringing down yourself instead of you're carrying up yourself. You know, viewers, one thing I just always say here, me no business what position you're in, you know. As long as you're holding a portfolio, get your work done. I just always say that. Get your work done as long as you're holding a portfolio, as long as you're servicing or you're there representing the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Get your job done. You see, that's why they don't like me. And that is why I just continue thanking God that I don't have to beg for a sponsor. Because if I be begging for sponsor the way I operating, that take me off a long time. Nobody ever want to sponsor Saeed. So viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight, on our show tonight, but nevertheless, it has been a pleasure coming here and showing you the deplorable roads and bridges that we have right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And there is no other station doing it. No other station have set aside a date and a time to show the real issue in the country. Nobody. But nevertheless, I thank God for the finance. So viewers, remember I did say, drop the BMW. I am keeping a food drive. I need to raise at least $185,000 to service 175 homes with groceries. So since we had the BMW put down for the Rape Crisis Center, and since that project on a stall because of the economy, I've decided to give away the BMW on the first week in December. But I want you to contribute, viewers. I want 185 people to contribute $1,000. Right? And you could get a chance to win this BMW. Remember, it's not about the car, you know. It's about feeding the needy. That is my goal. And I am giving away the car to you. One lucky person would win it in the month of December. Now you can sell back the car for $130, $140. And $1,000 give you that big money. You understand? I given away the car. Nothing's wrong with it. I bought it for the I bought it to raise funds for the rape crisis, but because of the economy and raising that money, we put that on hold for now. But I've spent a lot of money coming to that center. Nevertheless, viewers, you can contact me at 339-1670 or 238-6716 is my office number. I must say a good night to you and thanks for joining us.